Hello, hello. Welcome to Kinship. My name is Jessica Amos. I'm a mindfulness and meditation teacher and the founder of Stay With Yourself, which is the practice of being who you are, where you are, learning to honor yourself, stay with yourself in each moment. And I believe that's exactly what we are here to do at Kinship. So, welcome to those of you who are new here. Welcome back to those of you who are returning. I am so happy to be here with you. Today, I want to talk to you about something that I've been thinking about a lot, and that is resentment. I am very familiar with the feeling of resentment, and I imagine that many of you are too. If you are human and you are having this human experience, feeling resentment is a big part of it. So I just want you to take a moment and just reflect. We'll just take a little pause here, spend a minute. You can close your eyes and just notice if there's any resentment you're carrying towards other people, towards a circumstance, towards life in general, towards something from the past. Resentment can come up in all kinds of ways. And if you're feeling very resentment free right now, that's wonderful. Just you can even reflect on times in your life when you have felt resentment and know that it's a part of something that comes up. The reason I want you to just reflect and kind of tap into your level of any kind of resentment you're having right now is maybe even put it on a scale, 1 to 10 or 0 to 10 or whatever. 0 being you are completely resentment free, you have 0 resentments. And maybe resentment isn't the word for you, but it's resentment can even be like a cynicism, a judgment, like something you're holding against another person or situation or the past or something. It's kind of like you're holding something against life in a sense. And 10 being that you are just like racked full of resentment. And it can be, again, very specific to something specific or in a general sense. And just notice that for yourself. And that's even something I want you to talk about in your group with your facilitator today, is just start by noticing what's your level of resentment and what's your relationship to the resentment that you're feeling. I know for me, I'm going to go into a little story here. Years ago, well, I mean, many times in my life, I felt a lot of resentment. And most of the time when I have felt resentful and resentment, it's been towards a significant partner. When I was married, I had so much resentment towards my husband at the time. Then as I, divorced and became single and started dating again, I found that my resentment has mostly come up in intimate relationship. But I know it can come up in friendship. It can come up with family. There have been times when I've resented my own mother, my stepfather, my brother, my best friends, my coworkers. And I remember one time showing up to therapy. This was after I'd gotten divorced. I had been dating someone for a while, and I had so much resentment towards this person I was dating, and all this, I had all these like problems with him, like he wasn't doing this and this wasn't happening. And I don't like the feeling of resentment. I really didn't like it. And that's why I'm in therapy talking about it, is like, how do I free myself from this? It just feels so yuck. And I feel so out of control with this feeling of resentment. And I'm talking to my therapist about it. And congratulations to those of you who have a wonderful therapist. My therapist is fabulous. She looks at me and she goes, I want to tell you something about resentment. And I'm like, give it to me. That's what I'm here for. Tell me. I need the answers. And she goes, when you're resenting another person, you are really actually resenting yourself. And I was like, hold the phone, say that again. It just blew my mind. When you're resenting another person or a circumstance or whatever, what you're actually doing is resenting yourself. And that landed for me. I don't know if that lands for you. I hope it lands for you, but this is how I took that. And it empowered me. The way she explained it was, when you're resenting someone else, you're really resenting yourself, typically because you're not honoring yourself. Again, you're not staying with yourself. You're not honoring your own truth. So I found that as I began to reflect on the things I was resenting about the person I was dating, or if I went farther back, if I had had this information when I was married, that would have been really helpful too, because then I could reflect on how am I betraying myself? How am I not honoring my own boundaries? How am I not really staying true to my truth? And I found that typically it's absolutely accurate that I'm resenting myself when I think I'm resenting another person because I'm betraying myself in some way. I'm not honoring my own truth in some way. And it can be as simple as being put out because I feel like this person is making so many demands on me, or they're stepping on my toes, or they're not respecting my time or my business. But it's like, that's not really for someone else to do. I have to respect my time. I have to set those boundaries. I have to speak up. And as a recovering people pleaser who wants to adjust myself and be who it is I think I need to be in order to receive and get and gain the love and connection that I desire, I have lived a lifetime of constant self betrayal, which is very much linked into resentment. So I'm just sharing all of this with you. This is my personal take, my personal experience of resentment and the wisdom that my therapist gave me around resentment. So I look forward to hearing how you talk about this in your group today with your facilitator. Thank you so much to our facilitator for being here. And the question for you is, first off, what is your level? Is there any areas in your life that you're carrying resentment right now for a person, a circumstance, or something from the past? Or even it can be something from the future. It could be towards God. It can be a resentment. And can you draw the dots between how you might be betraying yourself and actually resenting yourself for not honoring yourself and your own truth? And then what would it look like to change that and to actually take your power back and not make this about resenting someone else, but to heal that resentment in yourself? I think could be a really juicy conversation. I look forward to hearing how you all talk about this and unpack it and learn from one another. That's a huge part of this, is we're all coming from different perspectives, and that's what's so wonderful about coming together in community and also sharing the same heart that we desire to heal and grow together. So thank you again for being here. May you stay with yourself today and always. See you soon. If I could figure out how to stop recording, I would see you soon.